Welcome back, dear viewers. Kuwait-Swiss relations are distinguished by being solid and developed in all fields, as the efforts of two friendly countries are focused on strengthening bilateral relations in a way that serves common interests and achieves the prosperity of the two peoples by opening new horizons for joint cooperation and exchange of expertise, which contributes to supporting the bonds of friendship and achieving the aspirations of the two friendly countries and people. To shed more light on the extent of relations between Switzerland and Kuwait in various fields and ways to develop them, we are really pleased to have with us today His Excellency Dr. Tiziano Balmelli, Swiss Ambassador to the State of Kuwait. It's really an honor to have you, Your Excellency, and to have you in Good Morning Kuwait.
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation.
It's really lovely. I can take it from the name Tiziano Balmelli. It's from the Italian background.
Yes, it's from the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland. We are south of the Alps, and we have a Mediterranean climate. We have palm trees growing around the lakes, etc. Yes.
Amazing. Your Excellency, it's really amazing, you know, to have, you know, Switzerland. A lot of Kuwaitis love Switzerland. You know, I just want to state this, you know, in front of the, before we go to the questions, you know, and everybody loves really the Swiss chocolate and the Swiss atmosphere and the environment.
Yes, it's amazing. You know, every time I'm visiting Divanias, I'm always surprised, but every time I meet with some new friends, Kuwaiti friends, that they are showing me, look, I just came back from Switzerland 2 days ago. Or another one say, look, I'm flying to Switzerland tomorrow. Amazing. I love Divanias also for this, reason.
Nice. So you know Divanias by the time.
Of course.
How long have you been here in Kuwait?
2 years and a half, yes.
2 years and a half. It's really amazing, Your Excellency, to enjoy. How do you find it? Do you enjoy it in Kuwait?
Very much, very much. Myself, my wife, and our kids, we are all very happy to be here.
We wish you a pleasant stay in Kuwait. Your Excellency, let's just start our questions. You know, the state of Kuwait and friendly Switzerland have strong and developed friendly relations in all fields. What are the advantages of the bilateral relations between the two countries?
Yes, indeed, the Kuwaitis, they were the first ones from the Gulf to discover Switzerland already in the 1930s, which means almost 1 century of friendly relations. 3-4 generations of Kuwaitis who are visiting Switzerland, they are spending time in Switzerland, they are having friendships, partnerships, they are doing business, they are finding opportunities, they went to school, they were born. It's amazing. And these 3-4 generations of Kuwaitis who are big friends of Switzerland, they are the backbones of our relations. Of course, in the mutual interest, as I will mention later on, thanks to these deep and broad relations, we have also business opportunities at exchanges which are in the mutual benefit of both sides.
Amazing. So I can see, I have the, you know, the leaflet here with me. I can see a Kuwaiti well-known personality, Mr. Bahbahani.
Absolutely. He was probably the first one. Already in the 30s, he managed to establish contacts with Swiss people from the watch industries, and everything was based on trust, because this is very important. This friendship started based on trust. For some reason, the Swiss people and the Kuwaiti people, they have very similar, a lot of similar in the mentality, which means it was great to establish these business relations, and he was a celebrity. He became a celebrity in Switzerland. Yes, of course.
Yeah, Mr. Bahbahani, also a celebrity here in Kuwait. God bless his soul. You know, if he's, you know, definitely, it's been a while since, you know, last time we've seen him in public, because, you know, Mr. Bahbahani is well known as also one of the business people and traders of Kuwait. So if we move on, Your Excellency, how do you see the role played by Kuwait in supporting humanitarian issues?
Yes, Kuwait has a long tradition of promoting dialogue, and working to find peaceful solutions for conflicts, prevent conflict, etc. This is again something that we have in common Swiss and Kuwaiti. This is part of our gene, I would say.
Exactly.
We want to have good relations with everybody.
Yeah.
We do not have a hidden agenda. We follow the golden rule, don't interfere in other people's business. Just
Exactly.
try to find and develop win-win opportunities.
Nice.
So Kuwait has a long tradition of promoting dialogue in the region, and this is very important. We see now in how many conflicts we have, so we need more and more actors like Kuwait, which are there to promote dialogue and not to interfere and to promote tensions.
Indeed, indeed, Your Excellency, this is really, as you mentioned, it's in our gene as Swiss and Kuwaiti people. So how would you describe the Swiss-Kuwaiti relationship on the economic base?
Well, the relations also on the economic point of view, they are definitely good. But this is not a reason to fall asleep on our laurels. So I mean, also because this region here is very competitive. So, and this is especially my recommendation for Kuwait. You are certainly aware the region is very competitive.
Exactly, very beautiful pictures of you and.
Yes, yes, exactly. Our friend, the president of our Swiss-Kuwaiti business platform, Mr. Al-Mutawa, also a big friend of Switzerland. And so basically we have the role of, in Switzerland, we rely on the private sector. So the government is not there to operate the business. It's there to make sure we have rules, the good rules, to remove the obstacles.
Okay.
And then the private actor, they will flourish. And this is the role of this Swiss-Kuwaiti business platform, to be a bridge builder, to bring together the people from the two business communities.
That's frankly something really we are also heading towards that kind of strategic, plans, but definitely it takes time here in Kuwait. So how would you describe the Swiss-Kuwaiti business platform in 2023 was launched? So what role will this play in strengthening relations between the two countries?
Yes, one of the targets for 2025 is to organize an economic mission, which means to bring here a representative of Swiss companies. I know that Kuwait now is focusing on bringing back the investors, which is very important, and we support this aim. We have a lot of Kuwaitis investment in Switzerland. We are very happy with that, and we want to contribute also to bring back Swiss investors to Kuwait. This is one of the priority. The second priority is we are focusing now also on the establishment of more direct flights between Switzerland and Kuwait.
Yeah,
I know, I see your reaction. You know, there is a demand. Currently the demand is much bigger than the offer. So we are working on this, and we are hopefully we will have more flights between Switzerland and Kuwait. It will boost a lot the people-to-people relations and also the economic for mutual benefits of the countries.
So let's go for the food security, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador. Is one of the most promising areas of joint cooperation. What are the forms of cooperation in the field between the two countries?
Let me tell a story of two Kuwaiti friends, Mr. Adel Al-Shamali and
Adel Al-Shamali, yes.
And Tarek Al-Mazidi. They have spent 40 years visiting Switzerland, okay? They are business people, oriented, looking for solutions, curious, etc. They observe a new technology, agricultural technology, aeroponic agriculture. With this technology, 1 square meters of this technology is the equivalent of 27 square meters of in terms of crops, what you eat. Zero pesticide, very important today, what you give to eat to your kids, no pesticide.
No pesticides,
and 97% of water is recycled, so just very little waste of water. So they saw this in Switzerland. They say, wow, we want to bring this to Kuwait. They took the initiative, again, private sector. They invested their money in Abdali farm area. They managed to reproduce this and to test if it is working in the Gulf, because you have different climate here.
Absolutely.
It's a huge success. And I can only commend this. This is an example. They are producing food within your borders, and this is very important. This is, again, a good example of synergies between the Swiss and Kuwaitis. If we join forces, it's amazing what we can reach.
That's really excellent, plan, and that's how, to be smart, and exploit good things out there, bring them to your country. Definitely a great thanks to Switzerland and Swiss agricultural scientists. So, tourism, Your Excellency. There is no doubt that Switzerland is a unique tourist destination. So what are the most prominent elements of tourist attraction to encourage Kuwaiti to visit Switzerland?
Well, Switzerland is already well known.
You pointed two things, for example.
Yes, two things. One is Lugano,
Lugano,
and the second is Lugano. Of course, we have 26 cantons in Switzerland. All of them are little paradise. Yes. Absolutely. But as myself, if you ask me this question, you can see Lugano. Go and visit Lugano. It's
I like
wonderful.
the statue in the middle. You know, there was like a big statue on the beach.
Yes,
Lovely.
yes, exactly,
cafes and stuff.
Exactly. So we have mountains, lakes, rivers, cable cabin, funiculars. It's wonderful. I know more and more Kuwaitis are visiting, and they love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how about the? You mentioned the flights, and a lot of people ask about the visas.
Yes, for the visa. I want to underline the Swiss government was always in favor and remains in favor of the visa liberalization. We want our Kuwaiti friends to come to Switzerland without any requirements in terms of visa. This is our target. Of course, we are part of Schengen and we respect the Schengen rules. There are processes and institutional rules, and we are following and we support that.
Some Europeans still now they are doing online visa.
This is the future. It will come for all Schengen countries. Hopefully. It will be online in some years because there is a decision. But the big improvement was the 5 years multiple visa, which was introduced last year. This is a game changer because you apply once for the visa and you have it for 5 years multiple. We observed last summer 24, it was much more relaxed because now more and more Kuwaiti, they have in their pocket this 5 years visa, and this is good.
That's why, you know, I remember when I had a 5-year visa, me and my wife, you know, we went 3 times in a row. So believe it or not, imagine we don't have, you know, that obstacle of the visa. So definitely we are looking forward, Your Excellency, to really have online in the future. So tell us about, you know, this this picture. I wanna again, you know, pinpoint this picture. First of all, you have this. This
is another example. You know,
what is this?
I like to, when I visit Divanias, I ask the question, do you know in which year Swissair started operating direct flights between Switzerland and Kuwait? People don't know. In 1959. Kuwait was not even an independent state. Can you believe? So to say how strong, how deep the roots of our people-to-people relations. So this is the proof. 1959, Swissair operating direct flights between Switzerland and Kuwait. It's amazing.
Amazing, definitely. We all, you know, really love that, you know, and to see how. And also, Mr. Bahbani here. Can you explain which area was this?
This is in Zurich. He managed to establish relations, business relations with the watch industry, which was the big success at the beginning. He was the first, Bebihani, and then another family came also, Al-Sirans also. So the watch industry is traditionally the strongest. In the meantime, we have other fields like pharma, food, construction,
until this day, we say Swiss watches are really amazing.
Yes,
you know?
You will not believe, but in a couple of hours, I will participate to the inauguration of a new boutique for luxury Swiss watches. We have representatives of Swiss companies here coming to Kuwait because they recognize the importance of the Kuwaiti market. So after 100 years, we are still surfing on this huge success thanks to business people like Mr. Bebeani and the Swiss companies.
Definitely, thank you. And also for the generosity of the Swiss people, definitely, and the Swiss authorities. They are easing up, you know, all these obstacles. So let's go a little bit for the, you know, the Swiss Red Cross and the Kuwaiti Red Crescent and the cooperation between them. How would you look at it?
Look, the starting point is we all belong to the same human family. This is very important. And this is why the missions, basically, of both entities, the Swiss Red Cross and the Kuwaiti Red Crescent, is the same. Is to provide humanitarian assistance and to protect the victims of armed conflict. And it is, of course, they belong to the family of the Red Cross movement, which was established in Switzerland a long time ago, and there is a beautiful cooperation, and the Kuwaiti Red Crescent is playing an important role in providing help, humanitarian help, food, shelter, medicines to the civil population affected by conflict, for example, in Palestine, Lebanon, Sudan, just to mention some of them. So this is one good example of Swiss and Kuwaiti, inspired by humanitarian principles and neutrality, providing humanitarian help to those who are in need.
That's indeed really well said, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador. You know, beautiful conversation and really interesting, but unfortunately we are out of time. If you have last message, this is your time, Your Excellency.
Yes, I would like to thank all the Kuwaitis, because we have a tiny Swiss community here, but a huge group of friends of Switzerland, Kuwaitis, and so we are very happy to interact with all these Kuwaiti friends. And I want to thank also my team, a small team but very committed with my team, and also want to thank my family, so my wife, my kid, our kid. So without the support of my wife and my kid, it will be impossible to do what I'm doing here in Kuwait.
We wish you all the best, Your Excellency. Dear viewers, that was His Excellency, the Ambassador of Switzerland, Dr. Tiziano Balmelli, Swiss Ambassador to the State of Kuwait. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, we'll go for a break, and after that, we'll be back, so stay tuned.